let me welcome you to my channel. Before we begin the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this post. The Wiseman made an announcement when Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns were visiting Bloomberg's Power Players Conference. Thought-provoking assessment of the source, chief of the tribe, and addressed the matter via his photo-sharing app Instagram. Updates on Heyman's WWE absence, programming from the moment he declined to honor Solo Sikoa as a member of his indigenous, the chief's lineage would eliminate him. Moreover, he hasn't made an appearance on TV just yet. During the rule of the Romans, back to their original tribe, even the chief hasn't seen up since. Hostile group launched an assault on him. Heyman Palace provided feedback on the key players, gathering to discuss the topic of how atop Mount Rushmore, there should be 3 heads. Among them was Roman Reigns. Penned a reaction that went viral throughout the globe. On the live tweet from Bloomberg, you are able to look at an Instagram screenshot from Heyman, something that happens later on in the tale. Returning to WWE, the Wise Guys, software engineer Paul Heyman claims too, "I've always been drawn to Triple H." Heyman Palace seems to be flourishing throughout with Triple H serving as the featured inducer for the WWE Hall of Fame inductees 2024, taking into account the Wizens, a lengthy history of confrontations involving, from a creative perspective, Vince McMahon. His vision is clearly congruent, engaging in the activity while chatting on the wrestling podcast. Host Heyman said that he always favored Triple H. Paul Levesque's behalf is beyond my ken. No, be aware of the time and place he could have obtained. At least that much regard for me, I can sense. I've always been a fan of Paul Elsey. I've always held you in the highest regard for George's Levesque. In his statement, Paul Heyman said that 28,932,45 cheerleaders will be around when Roman Reigns makes his return. Come back accompanied by his special counsel. Thinking about Cody Rhodes versus Solo. SEO is the target area that is being teased. Bad Blood 2024, however, it may occur before. Soon enough, the WWE world will not be unfamiliar with surprising claims, passionate disputes, and fiery claims. Nevertheless, occasionally, anything is said that disturbs the base of the company at the moment. It wasn't your average, arbitrary remark that launched the entertainment and sports abs. It was very assertion directed directly to more powerful than the chief of the tribe, Roman, and when Roman Reigns is on the scene, it's possible to wager on Paul Heyman being appointed special counsel. Closes the gap between the claim that surprised everyone in the WWE world when it began at an unannounced news conference that featured a newcomer to WWE joins forces with a promising young artist who is caused quite a stir on the independent Shane, the circuit, famous for his charisma in the ring, Daniels' skill, and a voice that can compete with even the top WWE commentators. Daniels opted for taking the globe by storm with an unprecedented. Roman Reigns may be the one to declare chief of the tribe, yet his only responsibility is supreme over a realm of haze. Reflections of I am here to expose the hypocrisy, and I will put a stop to his rule of the terror. Daniels smirked as he stated, speech gushing with self-assurance. The remark was promptly transmitted social media in a whirlwind, one that Roman's reign started to gain popularity, with WWE supporters divided along. Was impressed by Daniels' boldness and others who treated him like a lamb in a lamb sacrifice to the unparalleled supremacy of reign. Roman is the one in charge, unmatched. WWE at the helm of Universal Champions place for more over 3 years, but has also secured his position as the public face of. Even if WWE were to publicly confront him, foretell his professional demise, endangering the safety of everyone except Daniels, it seemed to be a well-planned gamble that he would have gladly entered. Paul has. When Paul Heyman at last spoke out, Heyman, as only he could, he accomplished it. Not a single one. Unexpected changes on stage. Interview, Heyman, please give me the grand. The WWE ring. television, there was a unique part that will air on SmackDown and guarantee a webcast message from the special committee to the tribal leader promptly after the news. Heyman delivers a speech, and Roman fans were excited to start talking about Reigns online. See the mental geniuses address this kind of direct threat to apostolic remains when dusk descended. Within, SmackDown was humming in the event that the camera panned to a shadowed space behind the scenes where Paul Heyman joined forces with Solo Sikoa Reigns, cousin and enforcer, who gazed into the shot using his distinctive expressionless expression. Heyman maintained composure. However, his expression betrayed it, expressed an ember with which he advanced, modifying, taking a slow, measured breath as he adjusted his tie, saying in reaction to Heyman's harsh words, "Esteemed individuals, hey there, I'm Paul." Heyman started speaking in a calm, measured tone, with an air of command. "And this evening, in this room, I am not only the wise guy to the head of the tribe, but in his capacity as voice, the one person who had the most impact on the annals of athletics." Roman, as he went on, Reigns Heyman's pupils constricted. "Hey Shane Daniels, you're interested in discussing smoking. You, my beloved son, are the mirrors of my life. Personification of vapor reflects your arrival to WWE armed with standing achieved via autonomous circuits in which, we must admit, you had never encountered somebody even quite comparable. You enter our universe, Roman Reigns. Take a position in front of the camera and the center of an incomprehensible guy. The fallout from his conduct you summon. Eliminate the indigenous." With a pause, Chief Heyman inhaled, a sharpening of his voice. "Romeo and Juliet he is the unrivaled champion, not just a champion. He has defeated the universal champion. The Myths families have been devastated by him, and he has amassed an empire unlike any other in one, have managed to disperse the assembly." Burst in jubilation as Mon granted put a mischievous grin on his face, aware that he had there in his knuckles. "You Shane Daniel Heyman," he remarked with a hint of contempt. "Dropping the name is a waste of time. Roadblock on the Roman Reign route to the belief that you may terminate his. All you'll be doing while you reign is beginning your professional life with." Accepted the challenge as Mon talked. Tense atmosphere at the stadium. This was no ordinary advertisement. This came to pass. An official statement from the highest, powerful character in the Reign Empire. It appeared Private Heyman isn't one to be timid about. The stage leaned toward the camera, and his utter a hushed murmur. "Daniels Shane, I hope that you are aware of your actions. Go ahead and unleash the fury of Roman Reigns on them. The chief of the tribe is not fond of show of contempt by taking on a guy who has maintained his throne throughout his life, outperformed everyone who had the guts to go up against him." Heyman grimaced and straightened his brow as stone. "You have spoken up. With Roman reigning, however, Daniels will produce a pronouncement from you." The camera panned in. Hun's parting remarks resounded across the stadium. "This isn't a contest. This is. As soon as Roman finishes with you, he will reign. Sean Devine, you're going to become a household name that nobody, a historical footnote, is recalled by for a minute. But the Romans are still in charge. He is determined to keep reigning, maintain his position as ruler, and he will assume the position of head of the table due to. In addition to becoming a champion, he also bound to elicit a response from WWE fans. Piece of content went viral in no time at all. Published a deluge of #Roman Reigns tweets, as well as the #Paul Heyman hashtag. Globally recognized WWE legends, superstars, and expert opinion on the transaction was expressed by concerns about Shane Daniels found himself in over his head. Some supporters praised Daniel for his bravery, likening him to those from the past, those who have the guts to stand up, opposing the chief of the tribe, but shared the belief of Heyman, thinking that a painful lesson was about to be learned by Daniels. What it takes to become a Roman ruler.